folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty, Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be discussing today? Balochistan, is it Pakistan's Achilles heel? In this topic, we will be discussing why is it a news? What is the historical background? What is the militarized governance that we are seeing, and what are the human rights issues that Balochistan is facing? What led to the rise of Balochistan or your BLA, Balochistan Liberation Army, or what is the new phase of insurgency as it is called as? What is the geopolitical chessboard? How is India's approach to this? And we will be seeing a possible mind map and a mains question from this topic. So we have discussed the issue, we have discussed what topics we'll be speaking about in that issue. How is it relevant to your UPSC? From your GS paper 2 perspective with regard to governance and IR, federalism failure, ethnic alienation, and also central provinces imbalance, and what would happen if corrective measures are not taken. We will also be seeing with respect to your China Pakistan economic corridor, violation of POK, right? We will be discussing your China Pakistan nexus and also how it is affecting India's neighborhood policy. From GS paper 3 perspective, from internal security, we will see how resource exploitation sometimes and often leads to your insurgencies, like how it is witnessed in your Balochistan's example. We see asymmetric warfare, we will see external actors such as your Afghanistan, Iran also being affected in this. And we will also see social media radicalization, which has started as new form or a types of your terrorism. From your essay paper, the topics could come from this topic as your governance versus repression, development without inclusion, or sovereignty versus human dignity. So all these topics will be covered, on these themes will be covered in today's video. First and foremost, why is it in news? We can see BLA has conducted, Balochistan Liberation Army has conducted a lot of attacks on your Pakistan's army. Recently, if we take the statistics, it has been the highest in number with respect to the casualties. It led to an attack in 2025 which led to 286 casualties. Military casualties are ranging to your 697. 45 strategic locations have been seized. 29 people, it was a bus which was carrying military personnel also, were killed in Kottapalya bus attack. Almost 70% of the people in Balochistan live in multi-dimensional poverty, whereas Balochistan contributes to 40% of Pakistan's resources with respect to the geography. Why will it be? We will discuss that. Before that, we have a small announcement. If you're someone who are looking forward to take your UPSC journey ahead, look no further. You have your one-stop destination as Legacy IAS Academy. Now, why do I tell it is a one-stop center? First and foremost, for the features that your Legacy IAS Academy offers. It offers your prelims integrated course for your prelims, mains interview with prelims mock test, mains daily answer writing interview, mock interviews are conducted. Also, you have personalized one-on-one mentorship. You can feel free to contact the educators and clarify your doubts. If you feel stuck in any stage of your preparation, educators are there right with you to guide you in the preparation. Another important aspect of your Legacy IAS Academy is it maintains its batch strength at 40 member limit so as to provide personalized attention and guidance. We also offer weekday and weekend courses so as to any of you who are working professionals or students can still continue with your UPSC journey at the sideline, prepare for your UPSC too. Now, when I mention all these for you, let's say you still want to have a look into the classes, how it is, then you can create a demo session. You can ask for a demo session either on the offline or online. We offer both offline as well as online courses. You can schedule a demo class either in the offline or online. All you have to do is just contact the number given below or check out Legacy IAS website. Okay, now let's get back into the video. Historical background, let's see, of your Balochistan. First and foremost, the issue starts when Kalat princely state was annexed by your Pakistan, even though it briefly mentioned it wanted to remain independent and not join Pakistan in 1948. Despite that, Pakistan, with its theory of one unit philosophy, went ahead and forcefully annexed your Kalat princely state, which affected the unity or which affected the autonomy of your Baluch people. Pakistan went ahead to dismiss the elected government in 1973, wherein your insurgency begins. Fight for their independence and autonomy begins from the Baluch people. Your one unit policy diluted the identity and also it began a centralized rule of your Pakistan. See, when I say Balochistan region, it is a region which is having good resources, huge amount of resources. But if you see the people, Baluch people, they are living in multidimensional poverty. Human rights atrocities are on a very higher extent that is conducted on them. All this has led to the land area of Pakistan, just 44% of it is coming only from Balochistan. But if you see the federal representation that they have been given, it's just less than 5%. Majority of the domination is from your Punjabi sect. Even in the bureaucracy. If you say what is the natural wealth of your Balochistan region, it is rich in gas, coal, gold, copper, rich in resources. Yes or no? Alongside this, there are strategic investments also happening with respect to your China-Pakistan economic corridor, where 62 billion investments is made, which will be a game changer for Islamabad. But it will not be for Quetta, or basically it will not help anything for the local needs or aspirations of your Baluch people. Why are they feeling it that way? First and foremost, they say that this is the curse of the resources, where our resources are exploited and the people are in turn exploited. The people, the local people, are not getting anything out of these resources. So, resource extraction is happening without rehabilitation. Guada development was started happening, but this did not create any jobs, employment, or occupations for the local people. This further alienated them from the so-called one unit policy of your Pakistan. If you see how Pakistan runs the Balochistan area or Baluch people, it is completely in a militarized, and also the human right violation are very excessive. How? 50,000 plus troops are stationed. 20,000 people are missing in the Baluch people from early 2000s, where majority of the scenarios are mass graves. If the bodies are found, it is seen that there are severe torture subjected. Understanding this also means that the drone raids are conducted in the regions of your Quetta, mass arrests, drone raids in Mustang region. The strategy that your Baluch people claim that Pakistan does to the people is kill and dump policy, which can be seen with mass arrests and mass graves. How is the civilian life of the Baluchi people? It is filled with curfews, it is having huge checkpoints, harassment at all stages, and also this has led to so much frustration from the people that your educated youth as well as women have joined into insurgency. Majid Brigade, what we can see that they have been even gone ahead for your suicide bombings. Yes, from both the sections, your educated youth as well as women are feeling the disdain or they're feeling their anger towards your Pakistan's one unit policy. How is the rise of BLA that is coming into picture? They are not just rebels or they are not just the product of external creation. They are the educated youth, women who are now trained and having tech savvy alongside ideological warriors who are fighting for their rights. At the same point of time, the public support for them is rising. The Baloch is no longer an internal issue, it has become a mainframe international cause and concern for the human right violation that is happening and for the allowance of Baloch people for self determination and national identity. This could be very well seen in your 2025 Jafar Express hijack, which was both symbolic as well as strategic. The way your BLA is expressing their anger is through your suicide missions, and they have held that they are a product not because of your external design, they are not a product of external design, but because of neglect, the neglect of your Pakistan. Your Balochistan is a part of a larger game than itself. Why? How are we seeing that? First and foremost, your Balochistan acts as a gateway between your Iran, Afghanistan, and Arabian Sea. It also is a vital link to your Indian Ocean region and also a main part of centralized part of your China Pakistan economic corridor. Your Iran has a fear of trying to support the Baluch people because it feels that it might have a spillover effect on Iran, so it sides with Pakistan on this. So they are facing the roadblock or resistance from Iran. With respect to Afghanistan, again, because of the porous border and already existing elements there, it might have a sanctuary for rebels. What should be India's angle and what has India did in this situation? India opposes your China-Pakistan economic corridor through Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. It affects the sovereignty and integrity of India. At the same point of time, Prime Minister Modi has held that Baluch rights should be brought into an international platform and the right for self-determination has to be given for the Baluchi people. And also the Gwadar port, which has been planned by China and Pakistan, has a huge threat on maritime security and further increases the woes for your Baluchi people. So here we have to use diplomatic card and not military card as your Pakistan does to Balochistan, and this is where India is treading very carefully, and it is almost being like a more of considered like a silent partner who is observing everything, understanding especially the human right violation that your Pakistan is doing. So in this, what are the governance lesson? How your Pakistan is treating Balochistan? What are the lessons that we can learn? First and foremost, centralized power will always lead to alienation if you do not take the voice of the locals or you do not listen to their pleas. Second thing, ignored identities will always lead to insurgencies. And but last, resources must benefit the local people. It should not feel like a curse for the locals and only a benefit for the elites. So your governance should be a representative justice plus participation of people. Then only there can be good governance and then only a federalism can work. So how can we look at this issue? The history, 1948, they forcefully took in the name of one unit which led to insurgency. The resources are something that your exploitation is on a larger basis with respect to your Gwadar port, your CPEC, exclusion of the locals. Military has conducted huge amount of human right violations, and at the same point of time geopolitically it is affecting the member countries of your Iran, Afghanistan, again further weakening the cause of Baluchi people. What are the possible mains questions that can come from this topic from GS2 paper? Ethnic marginalization and resource exploitation create a fertile ground for separatism. Example, you can speak of your Balochistan. GS3 paper, security centric governance cannot replace inclusive federalism. So the same thing that we speak about, if a federalism has to work, then these are the things that has to not be done. Understanding? With this, we've come to the end of the topic. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.